Hi guys, it's Jolie Ralph. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I have an early childhood program in my home where I care for up to 14 little ones under the age of 5, and I create content to help you run an amazing early childhood program in your home. So today I have my new nugget that just came in the mail. It's right there. Just got back from the gym, and when I came back, I was super happy and super surprised to see that my nugget was on the porch waiting for me. So if you're not familiar with nuggets, I love nuggets. Nuggets are these little modular couches, and you can do all sorts of fun things for the kids with them. You could build forts. You can use them like for an overnight spot. You could use them as a crash pad. We do all kinds of fun things for our kids. We're located in Michigan. Like I said, I have 14 kids under the age of 5, and so they're all, ping-ponging around the room. We do get the kids outside in all kinds of weather, but sometimes we're stuck inside for like a week at a time if the weather's too bad. If it's too icy or snowy, or it's not safe for the children to go outside because of the extreme temperatures or the fact that they might get wet on top of, being out in the cold, then sometimes we will just plan indoor gross motor activities for our kids. And because we are a home daycare, we have a limited amount of space that's available to us to be able to create enough movement for them so that they can get their needs for movement met and they can get all their wiggles out and get their energy out. But the Nugget couches are a great solution to that. So I'm going to show you our space that we have here. We use our nuggets both for our gross motor activities and also for our large group activities. We have, we do circle time and that kind of thing. And it's really nice to be able to use the nuggets and the nugget pieces for our gross motor and for our large group activities because, well, I'll show you why. Let me show you our little nugget space over here. So this is the space that we have set up for our nugget. We currently have, 4 nuggets in that space. Here's number 5. Let me get it for you right over here. This is our fifth nugget. So if you are familiar with nuggets, then you already know what comes in a nugget. A nugget has one thin base, one thick base, and then 2 triangles. So these are the triangle pieces right here. And the triangle pieces are really great with our kids. What we use them for is the kids will straddle them during group time. That way, if you've ever read stories to a toddler, you know that they're very wiggly and they like to touch people. The moment that their attention kind of wanes from whatever it is that you're doing, they tend to like climb on each other or poke each other, touch each other. And so we use these in our group. We just set them around the perimeter of the large couch here, and then the kids can straddle the nugget piece, and then it just gives them a place where they can kind of wiggle around and helps them understand like this is your space and try not to touch your friend. So it's really helpful for that. Also, these triangular pieces are really good for building platforms for the kids to jump and launch into, or for just building different kinds of structures. So there's a couple different groups on Facebook that have all sorts of nugget building. Whoops, let's get that out of there. All sorts of nugget builds and different ways that you can use nuggets in your home or in your classroom to entertain the children. And if you look behind me here, so the polka dot pieces are part of my nuggets, and then those green pieces over there, those are just regular gym mats. So we kind of use those as part of our nuggets, our nugget play space as well. So if you go on our Facebook page, you're going to see that I have an album called Nugget Fun. You could just look at our Facebook page and scroll through the photos and you'll see the Nugget Fun. Or you could go to Facebook, and there are tons of groups of different people that have nuggets and that use nuggets in their home, and you're going to see how awesome they are. We also have this triangular pickler over here, so we use that. And then we also have the little jumping stones over there. The kids like to use those with the nuggets, and we use them to build all sorts of obstacle courses. So I am going to show you what it looks like when you first order your first nugget. Also, like I said, when we got our first nugget, we had 1 nugget for about a year, and I was like, I don't really see the hype. Then I started doing the research, and I saw all the fun things that you can build, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no, I'm nugget crazy. I always joke that I'm building a padded room for my children, because if you've ever been in a room with 14 small toddlers under the age of 5, then you know that they all need something to climb and jump on, or they're going to climb and jump on each other. Also, it's really good for helping them, not only just get that physical release, but that emotional release too. Like that, our physical body and our emotional body are so connected, and it's so important to give children the opportunity to be able to exert their energy and jump around and climb and laugh and play and make friends and do all these fun things. Anyways, I'm going to show you what it looks like when you first get a nugget and you open it. When you get your nugget, you definitely want to open it like the day that you get it. If you look on the website, it says don't leave your nugget hanging out in a box for a long time because it's not good for the foam. So let me get that for you. I'm gonna go get a knife and I'm gonna open it up. Are you guys ready? I know I am. Alrighty, Risky, here we go. All right. There we go. I'm gonna try not to cut myself here, guys. All right, so, oh, and also the colors that I have here, I went with the Monsters ink. They no longer have the Monsters ink, such a bummer. The first two that I got, I was going with a neutral tone. So if you notice in the background here, we have light blue and dark blue walls, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna keep it, you know, like a calming atmosphere. So I was gonna go with blue on blue and just do tones. And that was like so boring. So then I ended up just randomly purchasing the Monsters ink, and I thought, well, if I don't love it, I'll just switch up the Nugget cover and get a different cover. But I got that green and I loved it. So I ended up getting 3 more Monsters ink. I wish I would have gotten them all Monsters ink and then just gotten coordinating colors to change out the different covers on them. But anyway, so we have Monsters ink and we have Cactus. I still have the blue Nugget covers, but I think I'm gonna get rid of those because, like I said, they were just too boring for me. I think that they're beautiful colors. I just don't think that they go with the aesthetic that we're going for in our classroom. Like, we like having the neutrals with a little punch of color, and then if I ever want to switch it up, then I can, you know, take the color tones down if I wanted to change my room. So that is the other thing I love about Nuggets, is all of the covers for the Nuggets are washable. So if you have any problems, you know, you have toddlers, so anything can happen. You could just pull off your Nugget covers and you can toss them in the wash. And then I wash mine on cold, and then I also just let them hang dry. And you know, if you decide to change the colors in your classroom, you can always just buy new Nugget colors and get different colors. So the ones that, like I said, the colors that we have are Cactus and, hang on a second here, I'm gonna rip this open. The Cactus and the Monsters ink. And I'm thinking about getting, oh, I also got Potion. I found Potion online just because it goes with the Monsters ink. It's that purple color. And I love that the Cactus is the same color as the Monsters ink eyeball, which I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so when you first get your Nugget, it's gonna come all rolled up like this. Hang on, let me adjust here so you can see. All right, here we go. So you're just gonna wanna dump it out. Like that. And it's got a little handy dandy card here for how, I don't know, it tells you what to do. Again, as I mentioned, I've had several Nuggets. So I'm gonna be really careful. Obviously, I don't wanna damage my cover. I'm just gonna use this pair of scissors here to very carefully cut this bad boy loose. There we go. Whoops. All right. So here we go. This is what your Nugget triangles look like when they first come out, and it's only going to take a few minutes for them to start to puff up. Put these guys over here. All right, so this is your thin base, and you can fold it, or you can, you know, have it leaning over like this to make a little roof or a little house if you want to make a little house for your kids. And then this is the bottom piece. So this is just going to take, it only takes like, I don't even think it takes an hour to puff up, but it's usually pretty quick, the amount of time that it takes to puff up. All right, guys, I have been giving my Nuggets a few minutes to puff up. Look at that. See how nice and puffy, nice and puffy. Oh, and I did say I was going to show you, I'm going to cut this off really quick. I would definitely leave this orange tag on. I don't like having tags hanging off of things. I would definitely leave the orange tag hanging on, because if you decide later on that you wanted to go with a different color in your classroom and you wanted to sell these Nugget covers, you can do that online. The other thing too, like when I went from 4 to 5 Nuggets, I was like, do I really need 5 Nuggets? Is 5 Nuggets going to be too much in my classroom? Everywhere online, the Nuggets do hold their value. So let's say you purchase a Nugget and you decide, oh, I only needed, 4, I don't need need 5, or maybe you needed, maybe you needed 5 for the winter and then summer comes and you want to do something else or whatever. You could sell your nuggets. People will buy these and they'll pay the price that you'll get pretty much what you paid for them, for local people on Marketplace, on Facebook or whatever. And also the covers become more valuable because the other thing about the nuggets is that they have a limited time when the covers are available. So like I just bought a potion cover for more than what a new cover would cost, but I wanted the potion cover because it matches that purple over there. And so I had a different color combination in mind for if I wanted to switch up my classroom. So if you're looking at the price tag and you're like, oh, I don't know, whatever, they're kind of pricey. I honestly, I feel like, and nobody's paying me to say this, just really my true opinion. I do feel like the nuggets do keep their value. So if you got it and your kids want to bounce around on it for a year or two, or you want to change up the aesthetic of your space, you can very easily do that. And you're not going to lose a ton of money on this like you would with a lot of other toys. So anyways, I'm going to show you, here's the cactus. One second, I'm going to go get that Monsters Inc. eyeball so you can see it. Here is the Monsters Inc. eyeball. So the Monsters Inc. eyeball and the cactus coordinate with each other. I am really into the aesthetic. So a lot of people have like all these different crazy colors with their nuggets. For me, like the colors have to coordinate because I'm a very visual person. So if they don't coordinate, it's going to drive me a little bit wonky. That's why I paid extra for that potion cover. So anyways, yeah, so we have, like I said, Monsters Inc. and cactus are our go-to colors. We also have the potion. Later on down the line, I am going to get lolly for sure. I'm addicted to lolly, but I have made promise myself that I am going to sell those other 2 nugget colors that I don't love, which I got Daybreak and Blue Jean. Again, those are really cute colors. There's nothing wrong with the colors. They just don't go with our classroom. So I'm going to sell those 2 colors, and I don't know, maybe I'll get 2 lollies, or maybe I'll do a rainbow. I don't know. Anyways, if you love nuggets, I would love to hear how many nuggets do you have? Are you building the ultimate padded room for your small children? I would love to know, what are your favorite nugget colors? How many nuggets do you have? And I would love to know where you're at and what you're doing with your nuggets. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you have an amazing day. I hope that this video put a little sparkle in your heart, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. We'd love to hear from you next time. Have a great day.